All right, so what we're doing today is just some basic chassis AC check. Chassis means the engine drives. It doesn't matter if it's a gasoline or a diesel. Now, the difference between the two is the diesel pusher, the lines right here. All right, that's a low pressure line. That's the high pressure line. Yes, sometimes it has a red cap and it's bigger. Somebody said something on there the other day that they both fit. So let's see. Here's your high pressure. Here's your low pressure going on the high pressure. And it fits. Alright, so now let's see if the high pressure fits the low pressure. And it does, folks. So be careful out there, because some people can put the lines caps on backwards. What we got though is, I'm looking down inside, I don't see no glowing yellow or anything like that, a dye. So how do you tell the high pressure? The high pressure is the smaller line. Look how big this line is. All right, look, here's my thumb, and there's my thumb for comparison there. Or how about the index finger? There you go. See? High pressure line. And then low pressure line. All right, so the gauges, you make sure your gauges are set on 0. Okay. Well, the fitting, the cap might fit, but the fitting will only fit. All right, here's the low. So I'm going to try to put the low on the high, and it won't go, folks. All right. So here we go, low. And it's on now. We're 0. All right, I got both of these are tight. You have to super tight them, folks. I'm going to look here, tighten it up. Tight. Ooh, there was a little loose. Okay, here we go. Okay, and there's that one, right? All right, so now I'm going to open the valve by screwing it. It'd be clockwise if you were looking at it. Well, we got 70 psi there. All right, and this is a thermal expansion valve. All right, or what we like to call an H valve right here, right? This thing is the freeze switch. And I went over that before, but if you notice, right here is the high pressure line. Here is the high pressure switch. So this goes up, feeds this voltage, goes back down and feeds this. All right, so if you get too much high pressure, it kicks out. Or if it starts to freeze. All right, usually these go from 32 degrees freeze. That's the evaporator in there, right? Up in there. I can't quite see it, but there's the foam thing. That's your recirculating door right there. Vacuum motor, diaphragm for that. Now, 32 degrees, right? It freezes and opens the contact. Says, whoa, you're froze. All right, so stop the freon flow, which disengages the electric clutch on the AC compressor. Hence, my AC compressor ain't coming on. There you go. Then it says, all right, you flowing the air through with the blower motor. It's heated it up, and it's defrosted the evaporator. And it says, oh, I'm about 34 degrees, 35. Some are 36. And then it closes the contacts, turn the compressor on, and the freon flows again. So we got some basic good freon. Now we're going to hook the high side up. Remember, it only goes one way unless somebody really changed it, and that's a lot of hard work. But anyway, let me put you on pause. All right, once again, I'll make sure these are both tight, not super tight. Don't crank them. And then I'm going to turn this valve clockwise if I was looking at it. And let's see what happens. Should have equal pressure because it's been shut off for a while. Okay, so that's kind of like a sight glass, let to see the freon to come in. All right, but you know, it's about 74 degrees in here because I got the air conditioner running, and it's just a basic check. It don't mean that there's freon in there, it just means there's a gas in there. Could be air, for God's sake. The customer said it wasn't cooling that good. All right, so that's just a quick video right there. That's called a static check to let you know there's something in there. We did not say it was R134 or anything like that. Alright, we just said there's some pressure in there. Alright, the next video will be on how to read the gauges and starting it. I got to hook up hoses and all that because I got the door shut. I got the air conditioner on. Thank you very much, Jeff from RV Diagnostics.